I'm Anthony Roberts, Director of the Staines Music Institute. Thank you for being here on this beautiful day, and thanks for bearing with us with the time change. It's great to see such a packed house for our master class with the great Leon Fleisher. Please also join us for our final 3 concerts in the program for piano and strings tomorrow at 5:45, and then 2 on Saturday, 1 at 4:45, and then 1 postlude after the Chicago Symphony Orchestra concert completes on Saturday night. And then next week, of course, we start the program for singers, and we have many great concerts for that program as well, all listed in your program book. If you have a fancy cell phone like this, or a not fancy cell phone, now's the time to double check, make sure it's off. That's about all. Thank you for being with us. I give you Leon Fleisher.
Thank you. Is this thing functioning? Yes. Good. Okay. Anthony and I were just talking backstage. Excuse me. And we were discussing how long I've been coming here, long before Staines was built. And it turned out that I came here for the first time the year before Anthony was born. 1945. Yeah. So, it's with pleasure I give you Nimrod David Pfeffer, who will start this afternoon with Beethoven 109. We'll probably go movement by movement, okay? Fine, it's all right, I think I'm familiar with it. Hang on one second, let me open this if I can. Beautiful, beautiful. Thank you, Nimrod. You leave me very little to say. Lovely, lovely. What other Beethoven sonata starts with that same modulation?
For the movement.
Yeah?
What else? Is there another one that I can recall?
No, not a sonata, but there's that. There's that. Very good. Just beautiful. This wonderful juxtaposition, it's almost bipolar, this music, this pastoral, almost spinning wheel quality of the opening, and then this very dramatic, sudden opposition. My personal feeling is that I wouldn't prepare the change. It sounds to me as though you slow down just a little bit before, which signals to us that something is probably going to happen. And I think it's much. Do that again, and I like to. What's very difficult after a while is when there's a surprise in the music. We're now in the 21st century. You're mostly all pretty much familiar with what's being played. Certainly the performer knows what's coming. How is he going to keep fresh the sense of surprise, something unexpected? And one way we can do it is to rewrite the music. For example, if you start your da-da-dee-dum, go ahead, just do that. And where would any self-respecting composer go from there? That's right. That's right. That's where. So I would do that a half a dozen times. You know, really get used to it. And then come back to Beethoven, and that will be a surprise for you. Okay? Yeah. I could use a little warmer sound. It sounds a little covered, something that's a little more luminous, shining. Yeah. What's nice is to perhaps acknowledge the fact that he starts not on the downbeat, but he starts 2-1, 2-1, da-dee-da-da, so da-da-da-da-dee-da, da-da-dee-ga-dee-ga-dee-ga-dee-ga-dam. Yes, nice. Do you have the soft pedal down?
No, I just prepared to put it when I need to.
Okay, okay.
But the first time I played, I did put it.
Uh-huh. Yeah, still more amabile, the sound warmer a little. That's nice for my ear. Lovely. Yeah, it's that you slow this down. If you wouldn't, just. That's it, and then it's a real shock. Yeah, I wonder, this whole thing is suspended and resolves to here. Then I would use that as an upbeat, and then to here, again to here, and then as an upbeat,
I was trying to do those
Little slurs,
that
yeah.
you-
I think that it's still, even if you resolve to hear, you can still, it's just a question of the articulation, how short you play it, I think. Da tim pum 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 pum, and then to tim ba pum, right tim pum here, and then to ti beautiful ti da dum bum da 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 he na da di ya da da. Come to the end of the right hand always. Right. What is this? What is all of this?
This
Yeah.
variation of that.
Right, those 3 bars. With this extraordinary, because on the second bar, he doesn't go back to C sharp minor. He somehow goes through a black hole and comes out in D sharp major, you know? And then here he comes back from the black hole, and comes back. I would not go quite so fast coming down, right? And here is a little misreading of the text. These are not 30 seconds.
Yeah,
You
sure.
play them as 30 seconds.
Yeah, I thought it's an indication for some kind of written in ritardando, but I guess it's
Well, he's got it.
yeah.
He's written it, and it's also a written out ritardando.
Yeah.
So I think if you bring it all the way up to the A sharp, and then 2, 3, 4, 1, and this, they don't, yes, they don't tune the top of the.
The CSO was here. You have time.
Do you hear any difference between these 4 different notes? Yeah, you know everything I know about this piece. Start again from D after this. Yeah. Yeah. Can you ta pa 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 bing pam pam? Can you keep it a little more organized? I hear little changes of tempi that sound a little capricious somehow, and it loses this a little bit of the evenness of the long line. That's nice. Not too much slowing down. Now a long one all the way up to the D sharp, and then to here, go D, a T, T, That's one of Beethoven's favorite positions on the piano. Several octaves between the 2 hands. It's as though he has the universe between his arms, you know, all that space there. This is beautiful here. Pa, 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 ping. And come to ta to here. Yes, I see. These are what, phrase marks?
What I did.
These, what you did
yeah,
there?
Yeah.
Yeah. Essentially, I agree, except I think it does go to there, or it goes to the B major, and then come to here. Then it's 4 together, and then it starts
Oh, I see.
with the descent all the way down to there. And then, as you did, da da ti tim pa, ya da 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 di ya 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 di ya. Right, that was all very beautiful. As it is the first time, 2, 3, 4, 1. Now he adds 2, right? 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, pam. Yes. What edition is this?
This is Schenker.
Oh, he also didn't have accent. It's interesting. How do you, I can't see, is that a question mark? Yeah.
I don't play it. I don't play pianoforte. Do you?
Good. No, no. Because the manuscript of this is in the Library of Congress. And if you find yourself in Washington and you go to the Library of Congress and you go to the manuscript room and you request to see this, and if you don't look too disreputable, they will bring it out and show it to you. And if you look really quite proper and clean, they'll let you hold it. You know? And this is a famous place because the piano there makes no sense. Does it?
No, I don't think so.
La, you can't, you know, really do that. And this is placed on a page directly under here.
Oh, I see.
And here there is a circular mark that looks either like a water glass or a coffee cup or something that was placed, and the piano is right in the middle of it, and it looks as though really that piano has seeped, has soaked through to there. So one has always all these years been playing a watermark, or if not a watermark, a coffee stain. Yes, so I agree with you, absolutely. This, of course, is the first fortissimo in the piece. Right, that's all very beautiful. I like to not release the pedal totally. I like to have a little mist in there while going from the B to the B sharp.
And then clear it on the B sharp?
Yes,
Or,
leave it, yes, yes.
But when I come to the C, is it already
Yes.
cleared or still in the
No,
shadow?
it's still in the shadow, and then clear it for the C sharp when you play. He does that, you know, so often in the concertos. You know, he has senza sordino. Oh, it's senza sordini, yes. All with pedal, Not like you just did it without pedal. Okay, good. All right, that was lovely. I think that's, do you want to go on?
Second movement?
Yeah, let me see. Was there anything here? No, that was all very beautiful. Good. Go ahead. Hmm? you. I've only started that same habit. When I play, I now take my glasses off.
Yeah. I also started it just now, to be honest. Because my glasses broke here, and I noticed that it kind of gives me a sense of concentration when I do that, so I keep using it.
Okay. Wow. Only 60 years difference between us. In terms of balance, the left hand seems to be outweighing the right hand. But there's something also. Ti ta pi pa pa pi pa wam pam pa. It sounds to me as though tam pam you're kind of slowing down on the. It doesn't have the same pam pi pa yum pam pam. Less right ding pam pam pi pa right. Now add the right hand. Ti bim 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 bim. That's right. That's better. Right. The fear mostly is that these two ta-ta-ta will sound not even ya-pa-pa-pi-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa-pa. I don't know why people are afraid of that when they do it. I think it's good to play them late and fast, and they won't sound too late or too fast if you emphasize, if you give them both a little accent, ta-da-dee, ta-da-dee, ba-bum, ba-bee, dee, and they are much more, they're much more powerful. Yes, that's right. They're much more powerful rhythmically.
Yeah.
Right, one finds that often. That's good. It could all sound, for my ear, a little more nervous, a little more anxious. It's interesting in writing like this, if you took the voices apart, you know, if you took the cello part, ba, 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 bing, 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 bum, ba. His life isn't that interesting here, right? The viola, poor viola, a little more interesting than cello, but still nothing to keep him coming back day after day. The second violin doesn't even play the first two bars. Just plays do-dee-da-da, do-dee-da-da, then do-da-da, or da-dee-da-da, da-dee-da. So it's oh, yes, the differences between when it's on the beat and when it's a syncopation, I would always give something, and now it's different, I think. Come, listen. So I think mostly cello and first violin. Yeah. I hear. Yes. Yes. Very good. Unison. And listen to the left hand. Don't listen to the right hand guitar. Yeah, coming out of this, I would come to here, and then to there, and then to here, and there, and there.
Oh, okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's okay.
Sorry, can I do it again?
Yes, do it from there. Yeah, I miss the eighth notes. They are, again, I say they are twice disadvantaged because A, they are on the weak parts of the beat. They get no benefit from the weightedness, the natural weightedness of being on the beat. And secondly, they are disadvantaged by being in the ear for 1/6 or 1/4 the amount of time as the long notes. That's usually kind of what, even if we play them absolutely equally loud, they will sound a bit like that. So you have to compensate for that. The little notes. Yes, exactly. The little note. Better. That's better. Yeah. Can you really do that? What is that? Use the whole arm. Yes. That's it.
Sorry.
That's all right. That's it. Better. Not too loud, that. Unless it's very difficult to match it with this. So sheathe your claws a little bit in the left hand and more of the right hand. That's it. Three, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Different instruments. Right. There. Nobody really taught him harmony, did they? He goes from here to that. Terrible.
I don't think so.
Well, he skips
Yeah. Yeah.
the intermediate step. Right, very good. Very good. Okay, the only other thing after bum 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 pee da dum bum bum pim bum bum ba bum ba bee ba 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 bee ba rum bum bum. I would go right to it. You play a really different tempo at the end. You slow down, and you begin to sound like an older man, you know, with your belly hanging over your belt. Bum, dee da rum bum bum. That's it. Okay, good. Okay, let's. Unfortunately, time is always a factor in these cases, but let's at least do the theme.
Is that okay?
As long as we don't confuse our glasses. Do the repeat.
With?
Do the repeat, yeah. Nice, thank you. Do you have, what are your concerns before you start this movement? What do you think about? What are you striving for? Is there anything that eludes you?
For the whole
still?
movement or for the theme?
No, we're only talking about the theme now.
I guess in all of the sonata, but in particular, there's to keep the integrity of the 4 times the same thing. All the time the same kind of, but still give it so much of the human expression inside so that it doesn't sound too symmetric, but at the same time doesn't sound affected. I don't know. It's a difficult balance to find.
All right.
Sometimes. And also, although he writes espressivo and so on, I feel it quite humbled. And again, it's a difficult balance to find. I think it should be inspired, but it should not be over the top. So it's difficult to find for me.
Yeah, I think it's equally difficult for everybody. Yeah, it's one of the great challenges. There are a couple of things that I have. One specific thing that I really have a problem with, and I haven't really found an answer that totally convinces me. He writes gesangvoll mit innigster Empfindung, or the Italian equivalent of, there's no such thing as the andante in the German. I mean, there's no tempo, but he does write molto cantabile ed espressivo. And then on top of that, he writes mezza voce. That's what I can't wrap my head around. How can you be molto cantabile and with innermost feeling, innermost meaningfulness, and mezza voce at the same time? I don't quite dig that.
I think of it as mezza voce as being kind of like an opera singer that doesn't sing with so much the full voice or so much the inflections, like in like La Sonambula, when in Bellini, when she goes on the bridge and it's still very touching, but still it's not all the way out there. So.
Well, fine. What works for you if that does it? Yeah, I'm not sure that would help me personally. But keep thinking about it and let me know your thoughts. There are, and I think that you mentioned this, there are two focal points. It's an 8-bar phrase, and it looks, I guess, like it could be 4 plus 4. As I look at it, it looks to me like 2 plus 4 plus 2. And the first focal point, as you send the B. Now the second one, da tim pim da tim da, B up there, and then ti tom da ya pa B, but he adds the passing tone, and then ta da di di back to the B again. Now there's another focal point. The second note of each of these 2-bar phrases is always an E. The ti dum ti dum tim da tim di, and then tum da. He comes from ti di tom. Then he comes from below. Right. And this kind of walking, what I missed a little bit was I heard a little unsteadiness in the placement of those quarters. They didn't somehow sound cosmic, you know? No, because, you know, even though there's a lot of space out there in the cosmos, it's quite incredible the accuracy of nature, of the seasons, how at December 21st or 22nd the days start getting longer in a kind of proportion until they get to what, somewhere in the end of June, and then the days start getting shorter again, each day just by a certain fraction, and this goes on, you know, for eternity in a sense. And that's what I miss a little bit. You know, especially when we're young, we have the sense somehow that we must somehow justify all the money and all the effort that the family that's been put, you know, to support our talent. And that in order to do this, we must always keep pouring our feelings into the music. And that's not the way it works. Everybody has their feelings about the music. Everybody reacts to this music if they're interested in it. There's a much larger population out there that's not interested in it, and that's fine too, you know. They're interested in other things. But if you look at how he uses his intervals, of how he uses his harmonies, and how he does it rhythmically, then it can take on this transcendent quality. And I think part of that is the tim da ti dum ba tim da ti da tim da trum. Yes, don't hold any of those. Not either with the fingers nor with your pedal. Yes, you really have to listen to that note. And this, I think, is the first example that I can find of a written out rubato. Right? Then but it's all very even. And then what's so extraordinary? This first half of the tune encompasses a pretty big distance. Then ta da da dee, and then ta ta. So the whole tune encompasses a tenth. The second half of the tune, tim bum ti note-wise, step-wise, how extraordinary that is. This was very nice how you let those go. That was correct, I think. Yeah. So be aware of the intervals, be aware of the rhythmic shape that he has given to it, and don't worry about putting all your stuff into it. Find out what is in there and bring that out, and put all your gift and all your awareness and all your sensibilities to the service of that. And then suddenly it will be in a whole other dimension, I think. Come, do it once, and be the first time almost dispassionate, but make sure it's absolutely the pulse is precise. Beautiful. Good, go ahead. That was very beautiful. Very beautiful. Right. Really. Quite different. Quite different. Unfortunately, we do have to stop. Bravo.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, Nimrod. Thank you.